back at it again with another podcast. Today our topic will be how we lost our virginity. We will not be dropping names, and we will be using pronouns. So
only gender-specific pronouns.
yes, yes. I don't know if they've changed pronouns by now, but
The time of recording.
yes, at the
Accurate.
yes, we're using accurate. So who wants to go first?
I want to go last.
Mine's really boring.
No, yeah, I was gonna say the same.
So like,
Damn.
uh,
Okay. How about this? If you're, shit.
You
If
save the
you're-
interesting ones for last.
Yeah. Well, I was about to say.
Mine's
Okay,
kinda
so if
interesting.
mine's sort of. Mine's kind of just like. All right. Anyway, like, okay, so if you don't have a interesting first time, choose like a interesting place that you've done it once.
Oh.
My first time was also the most interesting place.
Ah.
So it works out.
well, mine was. I guess I'll start. Yeah, mine was junior year prom.
Damn.
CVS parking lot
Nice.
and got chocolate milk.
You gotta make an event out of this. You gotta go
Yeah,
into
you
detail.
gotta. You
What
can't
led
just
up
be
to
like,
it.
yeah, we did it.
But
Like,
that's
you
all
know,
it
how
was.
your relationship was.
We did it in the
Need the
butt.
background.
It was pretty good. I can't really say too much because it's gonna give it away.
What do you mean?
That's
How
who
do
it
you
is.
s-
Like if somebody from our school watches.
What? No, I just like you don't have to.
Oh.
No.
You don't have to
Pick your
say their
brain.
name. Just describe what the fuck happened.
Oh, I mean, it was just like, you know, boy meets girl. Girl enjoys hanging out with boy a lot, and we were like, yo, we should go to prom together.
So you weren't dating.
Yeah, we weren't dating. No. And
Did
so
you ever date?
I would consider it yes, saying yes, but at the same time, it never really felt like it. But I do consider that we did it.
Okay. Well, all right. Keep going.
It was a weird situation. But yeah, in short, yeah, I mean, I really don't have much. It wasn't interesting at all. Like, it was just plain old parking lot.
All right. Well, give me a timeline in minutes.
Prom.
Minutes. Oh,
We
you're
left prom at
being a little
11:30.
generous.
No, not that.
You're being a little generous
Well,
there.
I was
Minutes.
4 minutes, and I was exhausted.
Alright, that's
so
fair
I just
enough.
had to quit.
That's fair
Alright.
enough.
Worst experience of my life, guys, and that's why I, just hate everybody here.
Was it
That's why I like
awkward after?
guys.
No, we're still friends today.
You guys
Hell
ever
yeah.
talk about it?
No, we swore to secrecy because one of my friends does not know about it, and he dated her after me.
Do you think it would make it interesting if you told said friend about it?
He
He
had
would still love
sloppy
me.
seconds.
But I think he would love me a lot less.
Ah.
Probably be like,
Wait.
"Ooh."
Leech, it's not me, is it?
It is, in fact.
Damn.
One leg
Shit.
bag was the first one.
She did it to me.
Remember, we are not dropping names.
Dude, nobody knows One Leg Meg.
All right.
It's
we are
Peg
not
Leg
dropping
Meg.
names.
Listen, dude, that's too much of a name drop, bro.
Yes.
Anywho.
No, that's about my story. I mean, honestly, it's pretty boring. It was pretty typical.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking boring.
What
I wish
about
I
the
never told
most?
it.
What about
most
the?
interesting place?
Yeah.
The most interesting place. That's a hard one to choose. Oh God, dude. One time I did it. You know, like when you hike a mountain.
No.
And
No, don't tell me you did it on the trail.
No, not on the trail. And like you get to the top, and then like there's usually like little like exploratory areas. There was
Like
one,
campsites?
Like, there was one like
Yeah, I can't.
overhang. There was one like overhang where like you could see out to the entire like whatever field that was out at the bottom of the mountain, and it was like this kind of like covered up alcove area, and it was just out in public, just straight up, like I didn't care.
Fuck's wrong with you?
I ain't
It
give
was
a
a good
fuck.
time though.
It's in Chicago.
No, good time though.
Oh,
That's what I thought I heard.
it is all clear to me now.
Ah, yeah.
It was in Chicago, guys. Come on, like, makes
Yeah.
sense.
All right.
No, that's it.
So who's next? I'll go next if nobody else wants to go.
I mean, I'll go. Mine is probably pretty boring too.
All right. Describe.
So, my virginity was probably lost. Let's see. I think it was junior year, right? And it's just, I don't know if it was prom night or maybe before prom.
Mhm.
But it's basically been this girl that I had been seeing for, let's see. Had it been a year at that point? I don't know. See, I'm gonna call myself a gentleman, but in actuality, I was a pussy when it came to girls back in high school.
I
You know.
still am like that.
That's fine. We
Yeah.
most of us are.
So it definitely took me a while to overcome that because I dated a girl my freshman year, right? And I think the most we ever did was held hands. So it was basically like a middle school relationship,
Oh damn.
You were.
which is pretty embarrassing looking back at it. But I mean,
Yeah.
I learned to wait for things, which has definitely helped out in future relationships.
Huh.
But I mean, it had been like a year or so, or maybe a few months, and we basically just fucked in her basement. It wasn't too eventful.
Nice.
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
I'm
the
gonna
dog
stop.
was watching, so it definitely it made it easier for me to get a hard on.
Nice. You got a viewer, I guess.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how you got a sense of patience after your first time because I definitely did not.
It's
Nah, I mean,
If
because
anything, my patience got worse and
nah, you
even
just
more
gotta
thin.
learn how to respect your woman,
Uh,
right? Because then she'll want to put out.
Listen, that's why I bought my first trilby because I met Nick, guys, and I just knew at that moment I had to get some sick gamer gear.
guys,
Okay.
guys. I had to level up, and you looked like just enough XP.
Baby.
Hell yeah. All right, I guess I'll tell my story now. So I was dating this girl, and I've been dating her for probably close to 3 or 4 months or something like that.
Oh wow.
Yes, and
A whole 3 months, huh?
yeah, it is my junior year. I mean, we were all juniors, I guess.
Yeah, we were. I was.
I was a
Shit, Griff.
young boy.
I was
You
a
junior?
junior. I was a junior.
Damn.
Shit. Hell yeah, junior year's the fucking year, I guess.
Gordon was a freshman in college.
Oh boy, come on.
I'm glad
Wait,
he's not
Gordon?
here.
Really? Oh wow, that's. I expected
Okay,
better.
so we were so we had been dating for about 4 years. Not 4 years, 4 months. That's awkward. We've been dating for about 4 years.
Goes back to 8th grade now.
We had like gotten close, like sorta gotten close. Like the farthest I had gone up to the like.
Wait, it's who I think it is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Wait, do I know her too? I definitely know her. Because this was my sophomore year, and that was math class.
sophomore year. Oh, I think yeah. I think it
Yeah,
was,
whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, the like farthest I had gone with the girl is like the good old finger blast through the thighs.
Ooh, Pie Master.
Yeah, the the good old 2 fingers between the thighs. So like up until then, that was about it. And then this one time, like we would go up to the park, go into the bathroom, make out, finger blaster, fucking blue balls myself, and go home.
Sounds
And,
like a
Damn, she
bath,
even,
baby.
okay.
Nah, yeah, she one time.
Never returned the favor.
I was about to
No,
say you were a giver.
one time she tried to, and she was like, "All right, my fucking arm is tired." So she just stopped.
She's a
That's-
rookie, bro. She's a rookie.
She
That's-
just stopped doing that.
that's
yeah.
when you
She
look
ain't
at
looking
her.
no more.
That's
I
when
train every day, bro. I
I
train every day.
Guys, I train every fucking day.
That's when you look her dead in the eyes, into her soul, and you're just like, your mouth ain't tired though.
And so anyway,
Her mouth was
Um,
tired, dude. How do you know that?
Because she was
Alright.
still talking.
listen, guys, I'm telling my story and it's really rude. So
I have to
anyway,
get Mike to kick you out of the server.
okay. So anyway, we go up there. The regular occurrence happens. She looks at me. She goes, I kind of want to. And I was like, it took me by surprise. I was like, huh? You want? Oh, took me a fucking minute. So I was like, wait a minute. I'm already doing it.
Women interested in me? What?
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, women? Okay, so, so funny story. So she ends up. Okay, so there's this like counter, and my fucking at that time I was like probably
Oh,
5'8" or 9" or some shit like that. So like, my waist wasn't at the same height as the counter, or the it was
oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like
heels on.
no, I had to like. I basically did like a calf raise for probably like
How did you not catch a cramp, brother?
a solid
Charlie
5
horse.
minutes. Because I would take rest. I would like go for a minute and I'd like
Cue
go back
SpongeBob
down.
meme.
fuck. Then I go back up and go for a minute. Yeah. 1 minute later. Yeah, it was like that. So okay, so she takes her like panties off. I pull them off. I drop them and like I guess I kind of kicked them. I guess because like it was like a counter, but there was no like cabinets or something under it. It was in a bathroom, so it was like a sink, like tape, like a sink basically.
Mm-hmm.
So like she dropped her panties. I kind of like I guess I kicked them. And at this point, I hadn't been comfortable enough to buy condoms, so I was just gonna do the pull-out method. And so when I didn't nut on her, so when I pulled out, I just fucking aimed it down. And fucking, I hit her panties fucking dead on.
No.
That's hilarious.
And so like we both like realized like, oh, we just fucking did this. And like this wasn't her first time because she had done it with her boyfriend before. And so and so like she was like, yeah, you know what, it's whatever. So she grabs her panties and is like, they're wet. And then like she's like, they're sticky. And she's like, you didn't. And I'm like, oh no, I did. So yeah, so I had to, and she didn't put them on. Obviously, she wasn't on birth control, so it's like, you know, I ain't risking it. So I fucking. There's a paper towel dispenser. So I pressed that once or twice, ripped it, wrapped up the fucking panties, and shoved them in my jacket. Because it was like winter, so like I had like a heavy jacket, so I just shoved them in there.
Jesus.
Just with Joe. 101.
Yeah.
A little souvenir over here.
Yeah, and then we walked shamefully back to my house.
Get her done.
Yes, I did get her done.
Wait, is it the park that was by your house?
Yeah, yes.
Oh,
Dude,
no.
that
We've
was
all
so
been there.
gross, bro.
I haven't been in there though. I've never been in that
It's not
bathroom.
worth it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I've never been
I'm
in
never
there
going
either.
in there.
You're not missing much.
There is history in that.
Yeah, well, anybody who sits in the front and or back seats of my truck is sitting in history then.
Yikes. Same.
Sorry, fellas. Alright, Dylan, you said you wanted to go last.
Yeah, I kind of do. I can go now. I don't care. It's up to you.
It doesn't matter to me. I'll go
It's
ahead
your
and go.
podcast. All
It's
right.
our podcast. Listen.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
It is now.
It
Oh
is.
boy. Okay. I mean, I guess mine was pretty normal. It was around Thanksgiving time, junior year of high school. We we were dating for already for like 6 months, I think. And I mean, me being me, I was like, so when we making this happen? When we making this happen? And finally, I got to the point where I was just like, fuck it, I ain't even gonna bother asking anymore, because like the girlfriend that I was with at the time, she'd gotten like pretty messed up about that stuff from past relationships. I'm not gonna get into any of that. One, it's not my place to tell. But anyways, so I gave up on asking, and I was like, okay, fuck it, whatever. So we went to my grandparents' house for Thanksgiving, me and my family, And we did our whole little thing, whatever. We came back, I think, that Friday, Saturday, or it might have been that Sunday that we came back. I don't know. It was one of those fucking weekend days. And we come back, and my ex, she had been sick, like, all weekend or all week or something. And she was like, hey, can you come over? And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll come over. I'll entertain you for a little while and hang out. So I get over there. I can't even remember how the hell it, like, was initiated, but it's like we're sitting there on her bed. She gets, like, on top of me or whatever, right? And we start doing the deed. First of all, I didn't know when you fuck a chick doggy style that you know how sometimes you'll do it. And
you catch little pockets of air. Hell yeah!
I swear to God, I shit you not. I dead stopped, looked over at her, and I was like, "Did you just fart?" Yeah.
Oh.
And she was like, no, it's just a pocket of air, keep going, whatever. So we ended up doing that, finishing up whatever. And her parents, since she was sick, she stayed home, and her parents were like at her aunt and uncles for like just their family weekly dinner or whatever. So it was just me and her there. And then yeah, that was about it. That was pretty much how it went down. We finished after, and I was like, huh, that was nice. And she was like, yeah. And from then on, it was like all the time. But as for the weirdest place, man, I don't know. Funny story, actually. Me and Will, probably my weirdest place. Me and Will had done it with our girlfriends in that same spot, like way before we even knew each other. So my scene, just kind of like the backstory to this. Me and my ex, we had broken up for a little while senior year for like a couple months. And she ended up, she was going to go to prom with this other guy that she had dated for a couple months at the time. And they had already kind of broken up, and me and her kind of started talking, getting back together. And they were like, they were still going to go to prom together. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. I don't care. You bought tickets and already told them you'd go. But, so before they had prom, this was like around the time that Batman v Superman movie came out. So I took her to that really
Trash
nice
movie, by the way.
Yeah, it wasn't great. But I took her to do y'all know where the Avalon is?
Yes.
Yeah, I took her there, and we saw the movie, cool, whatever. Came out, and we were in that parking garage, and it was like midnight, so nobody was there. And so we're sitting there in my truck. We start making out or whatever, and then we started having sex in the parking garage.
Huh?
Yeah, in my
Nice.
in my truck. But what was so funny was when I asked everybody about that, like not too long ago when we were at the apartment. Will, I was telling Will that, and he's like, "Bro, me and my ex, we fucked there too." And I was like, I feel like I bonded with Will over that moment there. Figuring out that we both had sex with our girlfriends in the same parking garage. But
Dude, that parking garage is busy too, bro. Like, you had
what
some nerve.
what
nice.
yeah, like
It's a miracle y'all got it off in there.
Yeah, I'm about
Yeah.
to say, y'all had some nerve, bro.
plus my windows are like super tinted, so I wasn't super worried.
Oh, true. It's
But,
not like my car where you can literally see everything that's happening.
Yeah, you just peek in.
Nah,
Yeah, like, hey guys, what's going on in there? No, nothing, sir.
yeah, it was
Or
cool.
ma'am, you know.
Yeah. Ooh. I will say this though, y'all. So y'all know how Gordon said he has done anal before, right?
Yes.
Oh, I do.
Oh, I've never done
Very
anal,
damn
but
brown
I got
chocolate.
this weird feeling or this weird idea one time when me and my ex were having sex, and I was just like, I'm gonna try something new. So I'm sitting there. This was like around Christmas time, like two years ago. So like right before we broke up, and we were sitting there. We came back into my room while like all my family and everything were out in the living room, and she was like, "Oh, I don't really want to have sex, whatever." And I was like, "Okay, cool. I don't really care." But I ended up like eating her out in like the doggy style position, and I was just kind of like,
Oh, so you brown nosed. You got some.
I tried not to, but
Oh.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. What you mean?
Yeah, you can try.
No, but what happened was, so I was like, I'm gonna spice this up a little bit. I end up, Well, since my tongue was in her vagina, I figured I would stick my finger in her butt to see. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what possessed me, but afterwards I was like, "So how did you like that?" And she was like, "It was good." And I was like, "No, I mean like the thing I did." And she was like, "What'd you do?" And I was like, and I told her, and she was like, "Oh, honestly, I was just feeling so good, I didn't even feel it." And I was like, "Okay." Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Secret anal.
Finger blast in the booty hole.
Yeah, finger blast in the booty hole. Finger
Yeah.
blast in the chocolate factory.
Shit.
Shit. Hell yeah.
Anywho.
Oh, okay. So my my most interesting place is not really interesting because of the place, but because of what all was going on around me.
Oh no.
So I dated this girl after the girl that I lost my virginity to.
Mhm.
And
Is this one
No,
step
no,
away
no,
from
no,
being
no.
a pirate chick or no?
this is the girl between my first one and the II captain chick.
Oh, okay.
The ARG chick.
Our matey.
Yeah. So there's this girl, she was a cheerleader, fucking hot as shit.
Mhm.
Fantastic, fucking great sex. The first time her and I actually had sex, it was like actually pretty interesting because she was like wearing a skirt. Her skirt like fucking slid up. She was like
Ooh, okay.
laying next to me, and I like just was trying to be not a fucking douchebag, and like I was like I grabbed her skirt and I like pulled it back down to where it was supposed to be. She was
Mhm.
like, why do you do that? Why? She was like, why did you? Probably because you don't want me like you don't. It's like you don't want me like in that way. So I was just trying to make it not like I don't want you to like accidentally flash me or something.
Good guy, Joe.
It's the last we saw of him.
Yeah. Yeah, good guy. And then I disappeared into the friend zone.
Note no more.
Yeah. No. So after that, her response was, "Well, that's funny because that's the exact opposite." And I was like,
Oh.
"Bet." It's like you are getting it right now. And so she was wearing a skirt with literally, was she wearing nothing? No, she had panties on.
Mhm.
Like she was like, yeah, I've done this with my boyfriends all the time in front of like
Jesus.
with their like with their family around. So I'm in my like
Huh?
entertainment room. There's a room behind me with like a glass sliding door and a curtain,
Mhm.
and it's like you can walk in. Like there's like a hallway to it, and then there's the glass sliding curtain.
Yeah.
The glass sliding door with the curtain. And so my brother who was playing our PS, well, he was playing PlayStation, could definitely see her.
Yeah.
And then my sister who was
Mhm.
playing PC could definitely like hear or see her too.
Oh no. Poor.
So like
poor
she
fucking
hops,
Kate.
like she like fucking straddles me, and she's like, "Just pull him to the side," and I'm like, "We're in, we're going." Mach fucking 5, baby. And so that was the most interesting. We did it right there on the couch, and literally nothing bad happened because of it. Like I got away with it.
Oh.
I feel like I got away with murder, and I was like, this is disgust. Like, I'm so proud of. Like, I wanted to high five myself, but that just would be like, eh.
Damn.
Sweet.
All right. I
Yeah.
guess it's Dylan's turn then.
Yes,
But
sir.
yeah, we got rid of that couch, so don't worry.
Okay.
When you guys come over, it's not the same couch.
I in
Trust
fact
me.
was terrified. Thank
Good.
you.
You're welcome.
Yes,
You're welcome.
many a times I put my face through.
Yes, I have slept there too.
Same here.
So
I
yeah,
am
this
not.
is
I
like
sleep on dog beds, so that is my tradition.
yes. All right. So the girl that I was with, it was like probably like a solid half year before even like really messed around with each other or did anything. And I think the first time we ever did anything like that was Valentine's Day. I remember we were in her basement just watching shit. I don't know. I can't remember if we like agreed that we were gonna do something or not, or if it happened spontaneously. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was your stupid ass like Valentine's Day date at home. We brought like candy and shit, and we were just watching whatever bullshit was on TV, and just randomly we just fucking finger boy and
The finger
suck lady. We just traded off. That was it. That was the first time we ever really messed around, and I think spring break was when we were like, all right, yeah, we're gonna do. It was like literally like the first day of spring break, and we it would always go down in her basement. Like that was just always the place. Like it wasn't my house; it was her parents' basement. And
yeah,
Joe knows what I'm talking about now.
I've fucking been there, brother.
And
me and Dillon are
yes, we're
Eskimo
brothers.
Yes, with this girl.
So yeah, her and I were like, yeah, we're gonna do it.
Oh,
like
her?
tomorrow. Yeah, her. So like, yeah, we're gonna do it. All right, cool, let's do it. So I went to I went to my best buddy from middle school, who at the time I was still really, really close to. I was like, I need to hook up.
I need to hook up. Give me some
So
rubbers.
outside the fucking gym at school, the handoff occurred. That was like it must have been on the Friday, whatever day like was the last day until spring break. That's when he gave them to me. And then later that day I go over to her house, and it's like the same kind of deal as before, except this time after like we didn't just do the finger and the finger blast boy and the wiener suck lady. It was full on. So the way her basement's laid out is it's just this big ass like entertainment room with a giant L couch, and underneath the stairs is the bathroom. So we were like, all right, well, we don't want to get walked up on. And so like, all right, well, shit, like how are we gonna do this? Like, well, I think the easiest is if we're just underneath the stairs, so that way if we hear somebody walking down the stairs,
You
we
fucking
just
Harry
get out the
Pottered
door.
that shit, dude.
So there's like that bathroom has a door on each side. There's a door that's like faces the stairs, and there's a door that faces the entertainment room. So yeah, we just fucking, I can't remember if we like threw on the shower or something like that to like make it, I don't know, to like mask the sound. I think we did. Actually no, I'm fairly certain we did. And yeah, we just fucking bathroom floor. It was me just sitting on the ground and her just fucking writing shit on the top. It's just me, my fucking bare ass on the bathroom floor. I think I have I'm pretty sure I have my shirt on too. And
I'm conscious about my money.
yeah, I'm pretty sure I have my shirt on. I can't remember. It was
I've got
crusty.
weird nipples. Don't look.
I don't know what my
Look like
reasoning was for
pepperonis.
that, but yeah.
I mean, hey, sometimes the shirt doesn't come off, and you're like, I fuck it.
Yeah, it just it never
Dylan,
came out.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I've gotten
Fucking
head
cold
so many.
cheeks.
I have.
My cheeks were cold.
I have gotten head so many times in that fucking bathroom.
Yeah.
God
Yeah, that was
damn.
just usually the place, and I think we were interrupted. I didn't think we had to. It didn't last long, so it didn't matter.
Oh,
Mm.
Dylan,
I don't think we were interrupted.
I
at
have
all.
I have a story for when we were interrupted in that household.
We were interrupted too, but it was like
Oh no, this
I
this
can't remember
is
if
bad.
if we were actually doing it. But yeah, so
I
the-
was
the room across from that bathroom was her sister's room at the time.
yeah.
And,
I've been in that room fucking butt naked.
I know you
I
told me
think
that
you
story,
told
like,
us
last
that.
week.
Yeah, you told us last.
But yeah,
week.
I think we heard someone just fucking booking it down the stairs, and I can't. My belt was off or something, and I like slid it under the couch, and like, I guess the pants that I have are really loose or something, so I fucking blew on myself and ran into the entertainment room.
Fucking waistband it.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah,
could
like-
quickly close myself because I wasn't like completely not clothed, so I like quickly like threw on my pants or whatever. But like she was like fucking butt ass naked, so she had to like stay in the bathroom. And I think it was her mom that came out. She's like, "What is Meg doing?" And then I was like, "I don't know." And like you just hear her just like I was like, no, I don't know. I don't think really anybody's that suspicious. I was like, yeah, she just needed to take a shower, I guess.
She really needed to take her clothes off right in the middle.
She was
of the
self-conscious and needed to take a shower. I don't know. I'm
Damn,
just trying to
dude.
watch TV. And yeah, her mom just fucking went upstairs and that was it. And I think I had her sister walk in one time and Megan was like, fuck, I just name dropped, whatever. But yeah, she was like in her underwear and she was like, what are you guys doing? And I was like, you know.
Yeah. I would.
Yeah, her sister didn't really care that much.
No.
'Cause her sister did way worse. Like her sister
Oh
was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
sneaking in guys and all that stuff. Like in the
Yeah,
middle of the
and
night.
like cheating on her boyfriend in like the fucking middle of the night at 3 a.m.
Yes.
and
Oh
fucking.
no.
Dude, there was this dude I worked with. I can't remember his fucking name. But it was like it was Lee. His name was fucking Lee. He was a bus boy. And one day he walks up to me at work and he goes, "Oh, you know those twins?" And I was like,
Oh
"Yeah."
god.
And he was like, "Yeah, I fucked the other one." And I was like, "Shit!"
Yes, sir.
Like she has a boyfriend and it's not you, Lee. What do you mean? Fuck the-
Yeah, I can't remember the
other
guy
one.
she was dating at the time. I think it's the guy. I don't know if she's still dating him, but yeah.
She's still dating him. Yeah, she's still dating him.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've broken up like 8 or 9 times. but
Oh,
fucking-
yeah.
Damn.
That's a stable relationship right there. If I know anything
Yeah, I
about
don't know.
relationships, that's stable.
Oh yeah.
You're just a
Kids
bunch
out
of
there, if you
idiot
don't break
fucking
up
high
15
schoolers.
times,
Now what other
it's together.
close call stories do y'all have? This is getting interesting.
Oh.
It was
Okay.
like that, and then
I-
my house a few times. She would just like fucking like be butt naked under the covers. My mom would walk in,
Mhm.
I would just be under the covers, and it would just look so fucking like there'd be like times where she came over wearing a long sleeve shirt, but then she'd be under the covers and her arms were showing. It's just her bare arms. So it's like, guys, they may have known, but they never really came to me about it and be like, what are you guys
Yeah,
doing?
if my
I just
parents
think they
ever
chose
came to
not
me
to say
about
it.
this shit, they'd be like, "You're being safe, right?" Like I swear, one time I was on the boat with my dad and we were having like a good time, like riding. He was like letting me drive it or whatever because I was like 16 and like,
Where's
oh
my
my god, I
goddamn
get to drive a
chapstick?
boat. And he was like, he thought that was the time to have a deep conversation about sex and being safe and safe sex. I was like,
Goddamn it, Ralph.
Riding the waves with the wind through your
Ralph.
hair and the
yeah, talking
Hey.
about fucking bitches
You know,
safely.
just-
Mashing genitals.
That's what I
bumping
think.
uglies.
Yes. Bumping buglies.
Man, I had a couple
Yeah.
times where it was close with me. One time, I had it where it was at my ex's house, and we were downstairs in her living room because her room was like right next to her parents' room, and we would like lay down and watch movies down there and end up, And there was one time, her dad came downstairs when my pants were completely off. And I was laying there next to her with her pants off too. And
Why you gotta do the gym shorts?
dude, I'm telling you. And she
Quickly slide them up.
we'll see we had a blanket over us too.
And then you pull the waistband.
Yes, not hard.
Oh, I've had to do that a couple times,
That's
like
tuck
when her mom.
up method, brother.
But yeah, and her dad came downstairs or whatever, and thank God we had that blanket there, and he didn't make me get up or anything, but
We're like, hey, can you help me fix the pipe over here?
Hey, Griff, can you get up here and help me fix the pipe? And that's when you just hit him. I cannot. I am fully erect.
No,
I am fully erect
Dude.
and was in your daughter mere seconds ago.
No,
Please
listen-
leave me alone.
listen to this shit.
I'm crying.
And then there was a time where she was like wearing a skirt or whatever, so she was fine. She was able to get up from her bed or whatever. But her mom came in the room and sat on the fucking foot of the bed with me sitting there, my pants around my ankles under the freaking covers. And I'm sitting there, I'm looking at my girlfriend, and I'm like, oh God, please fucking help me. What do I do? Like, what if she asked me to get up and do something really quick? But, and then there was a time when I was here and my mom was like doing laundry or something, and she came up in my room and my ex. I said this at the end of last episode. I was balls deep in her, and my mom walks in with the laundry, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh no. And it's like, but kind of what you were saying about your the thing with your girlfriend at the time, Dillon, how she would like she wore a long sleeve shirt and like you could see her bare arms. See, my girlfriend, she would like come to my house like after school or whatever. She would take off her fucking shirt and just be in her bra, laying in my bed, and my parents just wouldn't give a shit.
Huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were like, well, she's covering what matters, I guess. Like,
I wish my parents didn't give a shit like that.
I
Really, if I had a
did.
girl over, my parents would be like, "You better not have a fucking kid."
If I have a girl over, my parents are like, finally.
Finally.
Ooh, did
Time that kid brought something
Leach,
else.
I'll never forget what your fucking dad said.
No fat chicks?
Yeah.
Shit, did I?
Can I explain that story? Because that's a pretty good one, too.
Hold on. I think
Yeah.
Sherry wants to join.
Yeah,
so-
yeah, let her join. While she joins, though,
Get her to hear hers, I'm sure.
listen to this shit. Did I tell y'all about the time that my ex, she told her mom about us having sex, and then her mom told her dad, and I had to talk to her dad about
I
it?
think you told us.
Dude, I was visibly fucking shaking. He asked me to come help him do something outside, and I'm sitting there talking to him, and he looks me up and down, and he's like, you know, at your age, I had a dick and balls too. I was just like, well, I hope you still do. Yeah.
I think we all did.
I was
sir.
like,
we all
bad
did.
word. I was like, bad word choice, and he was like, listen, I wish y'all
Bad
would have.
choice in being in my daughter.
Yeah, he was like,
I've been there before, not
Yeah.
ready.
yeah, he was like, I wish y'all would have waited a little longer, but whatever, I can't control that, all that stuff. And he was like, if you get my daughter pregnant, I will fucking end you. And I was just like, nope, I won't. Nope. Like,
Yeah,
I remember the girl that Dylan lost it to.
uh-huh.
She ended up telling her parents out of spite.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were in an argument, and she was like, "Yeah, I fuck him," and I was like, "Oh no!"
Oh my god!
Make believe, guys.
I don't think she ever did that to me.
That's my
Yeah,
mom's-
you're lucky then.
I'm pretty sure she didn't. I mean, I'm sure they like knew
Damn, dude.
somehow, but like, it was just always that like understood. Like, we're not gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like no, because like before me, like they didn't like Dylan. Whatever you and her did, like you guys pulled it off, because they like
Yeah, we never got caught.
her dad and her stepmom like never suspected that you guys were doing anything.
No, I don't
Like,
think so.
But like one time,
We were always
her
pretty
and-
careful.
Yeah, but like one time, her and her stepmom got into like an argument, and they were like, "Are you guys being safe?" And she was like, she said something, but it was like an obvious like, "Yeah, I'm fucking him" or something like that. And I was like,
oh no.
That's exactly
Yeah.
what your parents want to hear, kids. Remember, always
Yeah.
tell your parents.
anyway, here's Sherry
Hello.
joining
Sherry.
in late.
I hope
What's
you're
up?
good with telling your story for
Oh God.
the first time. We all told ours.
Yes.
Oh God.
Your turn.
You want me to christen the podcast with this?
Oh
Wait,
yes.
the very first words that I speak are about how I lost my.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
That's okay. We've said way worse. I'm sure already.
Welcome. To the
Okay,
booth.
well, now. Okay.
Welcome to the
Yeah,
booth.
go ahead.
The first time I lost my virginity was.
The first
First
time you
time.
lost
Wait
it.
a minute. Hold up.
Born again,
baby.
Born again virgin.
Before I got baptized.
I am a born again virgin.
Born again.
Well, it was in high school, and I was watching a movie with my
Wait,
ex.
What year?
Okay,
what year of high school?
What year in high school?
Senior year. I lost my virginity.
Oh, she broke the trend.
I lost my virginity when I was 18 years old. I was.
We all lost it when we were in.
Yeah, we are all about that.
Junior
that
high.
age.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were all
Oh, juniors?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 16? That's not bad. I thought you were gonna be like, we all lost our virginity when we were like 15 years old.
No, hell no.
Nah, hell no.
Whoa.
My
parents
brother
fucking-
did.
Well, I mean, I was probably 16, but yeah.
I didn't have a serious boyfriend until I was 18.
Wait, do you turn 17 in junior year?
No, you,
I did,
you
yeah.
turn 8. You
turned
most
17.
people turn 18. Junior
Yeah,
I
year.
was
I
17.
was 17.
Yeah,
I was
think
17.
Your boy was young.
Sure.
Yeah.
But
'Cause
I was.
turned-
Oh,
No, dude, I
That-
tried
that doesn't
to
matter.
last year, bro.
That doesn't matter.
So I was
It's
16.
Sherry's story.
we were watching like. I'm pretty sure we were watching like a fucking kids movie, like Finding Dory
Fucking
or something.
Wreck-It
Some
Ralph,
shit.
baby.
I think we had Star Trek on.
But I was with my ex, and we were watching it with like a bunch of friends, and we were just like, it's time, and we left, and we like,
Ah,
The
fucked,
time has come.
and then our friends came and like got us at his house. They were like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" And we're like, "Yeah, don't worry about it." And then yeah, it was pretty uneventful, to be honest.
Yeah, I think everybody's first time was kind of uneventful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, what
So-
about the weirdest or craziest
Yeah, okay,
place?
so the
Oh
thing-
god.
The thing was like, all right, yeah. So like, if your
Yeah.
first time was uneventful or uninteresting, you had to choose a time that was very either awkward or like interesting at least.
The
like,
most.
you
the
did
most,
it in like a fucking drive-in movie or some
The
shit.
most eventful time. We lived in a golf cart community growing up, so like.
Oh no, you didn't do it on the 18th hole, did you?
So,
No,
there's,
the
like,
guy did it on the 19th.
There are like golf carts like off the sidewalk or like off the oh my god. So there were golf cart paths, right?
Yeah.
And most of the golf cart paths were heavily wooded.
Yeah.
And so I remember this one time where I was hanging out with like my best friend to this day, and we just like went out on the side of the golf cart paths and just fucked, like behind some trees at night. Like that was like an all-time low, I think.
Yeah, yikes.
We've all been there.
driving on the bathroom floor.
Oh my god.
Maybe and in a parking garage in a movie
Okay,
theater.
excuse me.
Oh,
Okay,
yes.
Okay.
I think I can beat all of those because
Yeah.
my super low. First of all, the first time I did it was in a bathroom on the fucking sink. The second time I did it, or no, not the second time, but like the honest. Okay, so the most times I've like had sex with somebody, it was on like a fucking dirt path behind a fucking middle school.
I know that one.
Yes,
say,
you know
She
where
would
that
try
is?
to get me out there, and I said, I am not doing that in the fucking
That's the
trail.
spot, dude.
Dylan, listen.
I literally
was-
told her no. I was like, I'm not doing that.
Listen. I was very desperate.
Yeah, I was
That-
too, but I wasn't that desperate.
That seemed no, dude. It fucking worked. I'm not gonna lie.
that.
That shit. Are you kidding?
No, I never did
I've
it.
gotten
I
laid
always said no,
so many
every time.
times. What? I've gotten laid so many times out there.
She tried to get me to do that multiple times. I was like, look, that cannot be worth it. No thanks.
I fucking suggested that spot.
Wow.
I was like, yo, I know a place that's quiet.
That is not in either of our houses.
Yes, that is not within earshot of the parents.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, I never went for that.
Damn.
Good for you,
Damn.
but I didn't want to.
Good for me for having low standards.
She's like, yeah, we'll bring all these blankets
Or
and stuff. I was
balls.
like, no.
Yeah, oh my fucking
Wait.
Christ.
Now, Nick, what was the weirdest place you have?
Most interesting. Well, okay, never mind. I didn't actually end up getting my dick wet, but I made out with a girl that was in Japan, so that was pretty fucking tight.
Oh.
Huh.
Yeah, we were in fucking kimonos and everything.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
It was
epic.
pretty sweet.
Wait, hold on.
Pretty saucy.
Dude, that's fucking yeah, that's like
All in
Some
out.
neck level stuff, dude.
yeah,
It was pretty saucy, not gonna
you're
lie,
just
but
fooling, I guess. The fuck?
The rest of us
yeah,
are
let's
black and
see. I don't think I've had too many more interesting fucks. I have been almost caught on many occasions.
Yes.
Oh,
What was
dude,
the
I had the
closest?
All the
fucking-
time.
I had the cops roll up one time.
I did not have the cops roll
I
up.
No, I literally okay, straight up, we were fucking in a parking lot, and we were just it was like after, and we were just laying there in the back of her car. She had a hatchback. We were like, "I fuck is up." We're just laying. It was literally in her dad's neighborhood. We were just chilling there in the fucking parking lot, and fucking cop rolls up. We're both fucking butt ass naked. I throw my fucking jeans on. I just grab them and fucking slam them into my fucking waist. And I get into the passenger seat. It's Valentine's Day, so like I get into the passenger seat.
2 years after me.
Yeah, I
He already knows.
How did I
what's going
taste?
on.
How did I taste?
No,
I think I actually said that to you once.
Yeah, you did. No, you
Yeah.
said that to her because she
Oh, yeah.
said something about me, and You were like, ask him how I taste, and I was like, damn it. Sweet.
I'll be beefing with you even before I know you.
Yeah, even before. Yeah, so I get into the front seat, I fucking slam the goddamn Levi's on, and I'm like, all right, we're good. I'm just gonna tell this cop, we're just chilling, we're not doing anything. And he goes, he pulls up, he has his fucking flashlight out. He can obviously see my fucking jeans are backwards.
Oh, dude, he put it on backwards.
He's just like,
No.
he's like, what are you guys doing up here? And I straight up was like,
We're fucking.
I was like, we're just celebrating Valentine's Day, man. And he goes,
That oldie joke.
he does a double take. He like looks at me, fucking looks down, and looks back at me, and he goes, he's like trying not to laugh. He goes, all right, you just can't do it here. And I was like, okay. So I think at that point we just went back to her dad's and watched fucking TV and just hung out. Oh, but yeah, that's
rough.
Yeah, that was. I probably could have like actually gotten in trouble for that. 'cause
Probably,
she
yeah.
was
Oh
fucking-
yeah, that's.
She
public
was like,
indecency right there.
yeah, she was like fucking nude in the back of the goddamn car, fucking titties and pussy out. I was like, it was
Oh my
bad.
god.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite.
Yeah, she got. We could have got yeeped on.
Oh
yeeted
yeah.
on? Yeah.
Yeah, I know a guy who told me when I was in high school that he got put on a sex offender list for peeing outside on a car in public. So I can't
No, you
imagine.
can't, yeah.
Oh, Joe, we have to watch out for that.
No, dude, the amount of times I peed in public, and I just recently learned you could become a sex offender for it because of it.
Damn, Joe, it's a good thing no
Yeah, that
cops
shit
rolled up
follows
that
you
night
forever.
we were drinking on the back porch. Joe and I, we were, God, when was it? That was like 2 weekends ago, 2 Saturdays ago or whatever, when we finished that whole handle of sours. And we like, we stood up and I was like, I kind of got to piss. And he's like, me too. So we were just like, well, we ain't walking to the bathroom. Fuck it. So we each point 2 different ways on the balcony and start pissing. Along comes a fucking car. And I'm just like, oh shit, hide. And, yeah, so that was probably as close as I've ever became to a sex
You gotta
offender.
be proud of your Johnson.
Oh no, it's not that I'm not proud of it. I just, I wasn't
Hey.
scared of anybody laughing. I was scared of
My
people
man down
screaming
there,
and calling the
he's always
cops.
chilling.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Mhm.
Exactly. They'd understand.
I don't think I would have been able to walk to the bathroom. I was so fucked up, though, to be honest. Sours really
okay.
didn't like me.
Okay, I'm glad the first step to accepting your problems are admitting them.
That's
So,
true.
Yeah.
Now we know you're messed up.
You already didn't?
Well, are we gonna keep it going or?
Oh,
we
yeah.
at?
Yeah, we're at like 47 minutes. Yeah, we can keep it going for a little
Go
bit.
a little bit longer, I guess.
I don't know. I mean, Matt, where's the craziest or weirdest place you did? I don't think you said. Did you?
Yeah, I did on the side of a mountain.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Where
That's
you could
right.
see and nobody else could see.
Yeah, see as far as the eye could see. Yeet. Well, anybody got any other crazy stories to deal with that? All right.
I have a
think
couple.
so, dude.
So there's the one time that happened in my house,
Uh-huh.
like on the couch. The one time where the cops rolled up. The one time where the dirt path. Fuck, where else? There's one other. Oh, so I don't know if anybody's heard like the story of. I know Dillon's heard this story about. So the girl he lost his.
Cherry.
Girl, yeah,
Off
the girl
cherry.
he lost his virginity to. I ended up dating, like, probably what, like 3 or 4 months after you guys broke up or something.
What?
The girl you lost your virginity to.
What about her?
I started dating her. What, like, how many months after you guys broke up?
Like a fucking year or something.
Oh shit.
A year
okay,
and a
never
half
mind.
or 2 years.
All right, so it was a while after they broke up, and so I she lived kind of close to me, so I ended up like, we got like 1 or 2 months in, and I ended up like walking to her place because it was only like 2 miles or some shit like that, or like 1.5 miles, and I'd like walk to her place at like 2 a.m. And so we're fucking like on the couch downstairs, and we hear footsteps, and I'm fucking a butt ass naked, and so I end up sliding into the fucking room that's closest to it, which is her sister's room. And her sister was the one who was asleep upstairs on the couch because she like fell asleep watching TV. So it's like it's like 3 a.m. Her sister stumbles down the stairs. The girl that I was doing it with is on the couch, like half fucking naked. Her sister comes down and she goes, "Why are you? Oh, is Joe here?" And she's like, "Mm-hmm." She's like, "Where is he?" And I guess she had like nodded or like hinted towards her room, and she goes, "Oh, disgusting." And meanwhile, I'm standing in her sister's closet, holding my dick and balls, shaking like a fucking leaf. Like, oh man, please don't be her fucking mom. Please don't be her fucking mom. Because like if her mom came down at 3 a.m. and like found Megan, oh fuck, found her. Shit.
Remember,
fine.
boys, we're not name dropping.
We're not name dropping. We're dropping tilted instead of names. Yeah. So if the girl's mom came down and found out, I would literally I was sitting there like, all right, when am I getting fucking hung by my nuts? But it was
Yeah, not
her.
good.
What?
Not good.
Yeah, it would not have been good. But her sister came down instead and was like, nasty. I'm going to sleep on the couch. So she could relate, I guess. Which, thank fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe and I got that interesting history.
I'm
Yes.
pretty sure there was one time when me and my ex were like having sex or whatever one night before she ended up having to go home, and we were sitting there watching a movie or something, and we ended up because my bed that I used to have was like super fucking squeaky, and like my parents were trying to sleep and stuff, so I was like, well, I ain't waking them up. So we got down on the floor, got her on her hands and knees and me on my knees, and I was just kind of doing my thing. And I guess I kind of like almost stopped for a bit because I was sitting there watching the movie, killing 2 birds with 1 stone, dude. I was enjoying the fucking movie, and she stops me and she turns back at me and she's like, "Do you want to fuck me or do you want to watch the damn movie?" And I was like,
Oh shit!
I was like,
Dude, it'd be like that sometimes. That
Oh,
plot.
fuck.
dude,
My bad. The plot was so
That
interesting.
plot.
Plot thickens very quickly.
yeah,
Yeah.
I tell you what, I've never snapped out of a trance that quick in my life. I was just like, oh, sorry, and just kind of went about my merry way doing my thing. But
Wait, so did you guys have sex in your parents' house or a lot or?
we had sex
Oh,
in my,
Because
Yeah.
some people are like, oh yeah, I just a kid, you know.
yeah, we did it at my house. We did it in her parents' house. We did it I think we did it at her aunt and uncle's house too one time. I don't know. We did it a lot of places.
I was never able to fuck women at my place.
One time we went and
It's
picked
always
up
their
some.
place.
Yeah, one time we went up and picked something from the post office, and we fucked in my truck outside the post office.
Oh my
Damn, this package is making me so horny, babe.
God damn!
You want to
This
see my
parcel-
package?
Oh my god.
You want to see my
This parcel got me.
The
On
USPS
something
delivery
else.
system is so good right now. You see that delivery time, bro? I ordered this yesterday. Free shipping,
yes.
baby.
Yeah, that shit was funny though. 'Cause-
Babe, this free shipping got me fucking chubbing.
Yeah, and there was one time, or when we were doing it outside the post office, there was someone who parked and pulled next to us. I swear to Christ, I made fucking eye contact with this person as they got out of their car, and I paused for a second. I was like, and she's like, "Why'd you stop?" And I was like, "Shh, shh." And she was like, "What?" And I was like, "There's someone outside."
They can hear us.
And then I got,
No.
They know.
yeah, they must not have actually seen us because they end up turning and walking away from me, and I was sweating in the dead of winter in my cold ass truck, and I'm not from the sex either.
Yeah.
It was not from the
Not
nut.
that good, boys.
Oh, I have a fucking. Okay, so me and the girl I lost my virginity to we're back at the park doing our thing, doing the sex, and
Ought to try it on the swing set sometime.
no. So we decided, because like I've always been the one to like put in all the work. So I was like, yo, what if we like spread our clothes around on the floor and, you know, I either sit down or lay down and you get on top and we do that way? She's like, yeah, I'd be willing to try that. So we go up to the park, we get all situated, all the clothes are on the floor, condom on, and we're starting to like get into it. And it was about 8, close to 9, so like the sun was setting. And you know, there was less and less chance people were going to be at the park. Well, there were people at the fucking tennis courts that were like literally right there. And so we're in the middle of, you know, trying to make this work, and so my back is to the door and she's facing the door. And
walk
this
into
guy,
bare ass.
yeah, my fucking bare ass is on I think either my shirt or her like shorts or something. I don't fucking know. My ass was definitely not on that disgusting ass floor though. It's tetanus and a goddamn heartbeat. But so she's you know, like, you know, starting slow, I guess, and trying to like go easy. And so as soon as she like is about to, like, because you can tell when they're about, like, when she's about to get, you know, into the rhythm, I guess, and like get used to it.
It's like a train.
The fucking door swings open, and fucking she makes eye contact with the like fucking 45-year-old dude practicing his backhand. Yeah, he was practicing his fucking backhand on the court, and she just made eye contact with him. And then he's like, oh my god, sorry, and just fucking bolts.
Ooh, man, I've got a good one to tell after you're done with this.
Yeah, and then that was about it. She fucking hopped off immediately. We both got dressed and then walked to my house shamefully. Pretended it never happened until now.
Dude, get this shit. I was on the way to the beach with one of my buddies one time, and we were like, I don't know, probably
You ever just fuck a homie, I guess?
No, not like that. It wasn't me involved.
Shit.
So we decided, we were like an hour or two out from wherever we were going, and we were all like, we're hungry, let's get some fucking food. We went into a fucking Wendy's. I swear to God.
2 a.m. at Denny's.
Oh, it wasn't even 2 a.m.
The fuck is up, Denny?
The fuck is up, Denny's?
I walk in to go to the bathroom. I'm like, shit, I gotta piss before we get back on the road, before I piss my fucking pants. I open the fucking bathroom door. I see this really skinny guy and this really big lady sitting there, and he's balls deep. He turns, make eye contact with me, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm sorry, and I close the door and walk away. And I was like in 6th grade at the time, dude. I was like, I freaked out. I went out there and I was like, I think I just saw something I shouldn't have. And
I would have fucking asked my parents for therapy if I saw that shit.
I would have fucking asked.
Oh, it ingrained itself into my memory.
I would have taken a video.
I would have just got. I would have been like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." Pulls out my phone.
Would you mind?
I'm so sorry. This is so awkward.
Shoot amateur.
World star.
Yeah, they'll believe some little like 10, 11-year-old kid coming in. I shoot amateur porn, you know. Don't worry about it. Just keep doing your thing.
Hey, don't worry about me. I'm fine. It's all Gucci. So I'm actually verified on Pornhub. Hit me up.
Dude,
you ain't never lived until you've been Eskimo Brothers with Joe.
Man.
Shit. Me and fucking Will are Eskimo brothers.
I was about to say, yeah, Will was.
Me and fucking
Will was
Dillon are Eskimo brothers. I have to tell
We'll
that
be able to tell
story.
the threesome story.
Yeah, I have to
Eric
tell
and I are Eskimo brothers.
Yes.
Okay, but anyways, tell your story.
Oh, you want me to tell it now?
Oh yeah, we might as well.
I mean, we might as well. We're telling.
We
We got
time.
time.
Keep going.
All right, so me and my ex are laying in bed one day. She says to me, she mentioned something like a threesome or something, And I'm like, I'm just entertaining the like idea. I'm like, LOL, who would it be with? Like, you know, like who like honestly, who would it be with? Like none of us want like, and like would it be a guy or would I share or would you share? She was like, if she says to me, if you put your dick in another girl, I might just cut your dick off. And so I was like, all right.
What the fuck?
So I'm gonna have to share, I guess, if this is ever gonna happen.
How does that work?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it has to
what's
go
the
both
logic?
ways.
What's the
First
logic
of all,
behind
has
that?
to be
It
both
fucking
ways.
doesn't work because
Yeah.
after this threesome, I never saw her the same way ever again.
But you can look
So-
at Will the same way, so that's a plus at least, because we
Yeah,
have to
'cause-
live with him.
Because Will's my
Look at
fucking
that Will with some fucking hard eyes.
yeah.
Will's a homie.
Joe and Will locked eyes.
Will looking a little bit more thick than you.
Oh,
fucking.
shit.
That's
Will, you looking a little thick today, huh?
He's like,
a, lo-
I'm glad you noticed, but I think enough for you.
Anyway, so
a lot of the guys that I've been scared to have a three-way with another guy because they're like, it threatens my masculinity or like their dick isn't as big afterwards or something. Like,
That'd be
Yikes.
awkward, bro.
oh no, I was I was assured that I was the biggest dick in the room.
oh, okay.
It's like, yo, Will, how big your dick is?
Clearly.
Yeah, no. It was determined during the. I was told afterwards.
Well, that's always a good, solid thing, you know.
Damn, dude. All right, so go into more detail.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
so-
yeah. What,
all
was
right,
it, was
yeah,
it like
okay.
DP? Like, what are we talking?
No. Oh fuck God no. So all right. So here's the story. So she's like, who would we pick? And I'm like, well, it can't just be I feel this is where I made my first mistake. This is where I made my like probably
Made a lot
seventh
of
mistake.
mistakes.
Yeah, this is where
Yeah.
the seventh mistake happens because honestly, at this point, I'm so many fucking mistakes in that I can't get out. And so she's like, well, who would it be with? And I'm like, well, if it was some random dude you met at the bar, I'd probably just want to fucking punch him in the throat and just kill him afterwards. So she was like, all right. She was like, I have someone in mind. And I was like, I just fucking stared at her. And I was like,
Wait.
Oh,
I
God.
looked.
She was
What?
totally digging on Will, like hard, bro.
Yeah. Oh no. I knew that because she was when she mentioned the threesome. She like I knew like fucking immediately. I was like, is she want it's knock on the fucking wall and be like, yeah, Will, come in here.
Well,
So
we knew damn well it wasn't gonna be Chang.
yeah, no. The funny
Oh my
thing
God.
is, so let me
Oh
get
my
to this
God.
part. So she's like, well, it's. So she's like, you'll never guess, and so
Oh, I would-
immediately I guess the people I live with. I'm like, it's Will, isn't it? She goes, no, it's Chang. Ha 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 ha. And I'm like, okay, so it's a dude I live with. It's definitely fucking Will. She was like, how did you know? And I'm like, it just, yeah, I fucking knew it. And so like, literally, okay, so this happened Thursday. Techland was Friday. So she like all of Thursday fucking bugged me about asking Will.
Oh my
She was
God.
like, are you gonna tell him? Can I tell him? Like, how are we gonna ask him? Like, should we ask him or should we just tell him?
Fucked.
Like, yeah. It's big fucked. So she's like, should I tell him? Blah blah blah. So me, Griff, and me, Griff, Mike, and Josh all had a PUBG tournament going on Friday. That was gonna be done at like 11 or something. And so we were doing that. They go to Techland at like 10 or something. They're like fucking drunk, enjoying themselves,
Oh,
and
it was. They were.
they were fucked up. This is also the same night that like I met Sherry. Like we went to Waffle House.
No, we went to McDonald's.
McDonald's, my bad.
Yeah, Mike.
So we go to oh shit. So we go to we end up finishing our game, going to Techland. I'm checking all the snaps that that she sent me. And so the first snap is I don't know about this. The second snap is we may have a chance. Like he might, be into this. And then this third snap is of his hand on her fucking thigh, and she's like, "Yeah, I have a good feeling about this."
Oh my
It's-
God.
What
Yeah,
the
and
fuck? I didn't know
yeah.
that.
Yeah, and so I get
didn't
to Techland, and they're like balls deep in each other. So like I just don't like give a fuck. Like I get there and I'm like, all right, this
So
is
they started without you.
this is fucked. Yeah,
No,
no.
no.
It was more like Will tried to start without me, because like Melanie. Okay, so oh fuck.
Oops.
So
Name
she
drop number 2, baby.
So she ends up telling him like, "Yo, me and Joe are gonna have a threesome. Like, we want you to like be the third."
We want you.
Yeah, and we want.
I
you,
want you.
fucking
For
Uncle
the
Sam
art.
ass.
In the back of Will's mind, he's sitting there thinking, "I volunteers tribute."
Yeah, Will's like, nah, like I can't do that to Joe, like blah blah blah, like trying to be a fucking upstanding citizen and whatnot. So
We all know.
and so she like messages me on Snapchat. She's like, "Yo, Will doesn't believe me. Message him and tell him."
It's your 20th mistake.
Yeah. At this point, I'm fucking balls deep in mistakes that I can't pull out, and so I messaged Will. I'm like, "Yo, like it's for real. Like, I guess I say we want to do this."
Oh. In the back of your mind, you're sitting there thinking, "I personally don't, but."
Yeah, and I was like, I like message him like, "Yo, we want to do this," and I'm like half expecting them to be like, "Nah, man, not me. This ain't me, brother." And so, boy, am I wrong, because he's like, "I bet I'm gonna have to get pretty drunk though." I was like, "Oh no, yeah, me too. I'm gonna have to get fucking blackout." And so they get back to the apartment. I go with Griff and Chang to go to McDonald's with Mike and Sherry and a bunch of other people from the organization. And so we go to McDonald's. Like, I guess I don't hear anything from them. Except no, Melanie's telling me, she's like, "Yo, Will's being pretty like pushy and trying to like start shit now." And I'm like, "Oh, fuck me." So like we leave, I guess, and go back. Hold on.
Bless you.
So we leave and go back to the apartment, and she's told me, she's like, "Yo, he kissed me, and then I went to go throw up." I mean,
That's
like,
not what a threesome. That doesn't mean to start fucking kissing your
yeah. I
girlfriend.
mean, okay. So
No, yeah,
I mean,
that's-
granted, she's like
Wait,
on
that's
the
not
verge of blackout. Like she's like barely
Yeah.
standing, you know, whatnot.
Still.
So I was like, all right, you're fucked up. That's about it. That's fine. And I like tell her, I'm like, we don't have to do this tonight if you don't want to. And she was like, it's now or never. And then she's like, tell Will. And
Oh
so
my
like
God.
me and her go into my room, and then because like me, Griff, Chang, and Will were all, and her were all hanging out in the living room. And she like tells me, she's like, "Yo, let's do this." She's like, "All right, guys, I'm gonna go to bed." And I'm like, "All right, I guess I'm going to bed too." And then, because I mean, like at this point, it was like what, 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, something like that.
Late.
Yeah, it was dummy late. So like it was believable to go to bed, and yeah, like this time. So
Yeah, we're all just gonna go with the board in the same room, guys.
no. Will goes into his room and waits until like Griff and them go into their room. Griff and Chang go into their room. And then so like afterwards, she's like, "All right, I'm gonna shower. You message Will, tell him to come in here." So she gets in the shower. I tell Will, I'm like, "Brother, get in here. We're about to do this thing." So he comes in. Oh, so after we get back from McDonald's, I'm like, all right, if this is happening, I have to be fucking shit-faced. So I get there, and I start slamming Smirnoff Sour.
Oh.
I get about halfway through the bottle, and like, dude, I don't know what the fuck it is, but Smirnoff Sour is doesn't do jack shit to me. I drank a good bit of that bottle and fucking.
I wish I could say the same.
Yeah, like fuck all happened to me. It was so depressing. I was drunk, but like knew what I was doing. I was like in between drunk and blackout.
Purgatory.
Yeah, the worst place to be, I guess.
God.
All right. Well, how did it like?
So she like me and Will are just chilling there, and she gets out of the shower, wraps herself in the towel and whatnot, and yeah, fucking Christ, she wraps herself in a towel and she comes out and like everyone's being awkward and I'm like, all right, we're either gonna do this or we're not. So I'm like, I was like, all right, are we fucking doing this? And then she drops the fucking towel.
Play on.
Cowabunga it is, I guess. So she drops the towel. I walk into my closet, I'm like, I grab a condom, I'm like, here you go, brother, and I hand it to Will, and he goes, I brought my own. And I
Oh my God.
I should have known at that fucking point
That
to
son of a
stop
bitch.
and pull out. But no,
That fucking son of a bitch, Will.
me and the fucking Smirnoff Sours made bad decisions that night and just didn't know when to fucking say no, I guess. And so we went through with the act. So I went first, obviously. Will got sloppy seconds. And then so like I guess so Will went or no, I went while Will got head, I guess. And then I got head while Will went. And then I got up to piss because I had slammed so much fucking liquor. I was like, I'm gonna fucking explode if I don't piss.
God damn it.
Yeah, so I go to piss, and I'm taking a piss, like, barely standing up. Not barely standing up, but, like, you know, kind of like, oh, fuck, I need to go to bed. So, like, you're at that drunk stage where you're like, I need to go to bed soon, or else I'm gonna have a headache, a big headache in the morning, and still have not enough sleep.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. So I'm standing there taking a piss, and I hear Will still fucking going.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, I fucking hear. Yeah. And it's just at this point I'm like disappointed. I'm like, fucking hell, dude.
You messed
What have
up,
I
bro.
done? What have
That
I
really
become?
wasn't even a threesome. It was just like, you fucker. then
It was like,
that's-
yeah, it's like
that's it.
we kind of like shared her at the same time, but then he just fucking
Just pounds her when
had
you leave
to
the
have her
room.
to herself, have her to himself, I guess.
He had his way.
Yeah, but like after
my
that,
God.
dude, afterwards was the fucking worst, cause like she felt like so taken advantage. She was like, "He took advantage of me." I'm like, you agreed to it, like.
How did
Yeah, you
someone-
fucking wanted that.
Yeah, I was like, you're the one who wanted, like, I don't know. I like couldn't tell her that though. I was like, I mean,
Yeah.
I like, cause like I don't know. She was fucking like she was literally crying. She was like, I feel so bad. I was like, oh, come on.
I do this to myself.
Oh.
I'd have a threesome with you, Joe.
Dylan, if we had a
That would be the
threesome-
next step.
dude. Yeah. Okay.
We're
Dylan,
Eskimo
we gotta-
brothers, that would be the next step.
Yes. I mean, we're like sort of Eskimo brothers, but we gotta be like instant Eskimo brothers, you know? Like,
Yeah,
I
that
want
would
to.
be
I
no
want to
awkward.
like
I'd
fucking
do that
high
shit.
five you and be like, hell yeah,
Yeah, that's the goal one day.
yeah,
It'll happen.
to be MF Eskimo brothers.
Yes, sir. Well, I think that's a good note to end on.
yeah,
Damn, y'all heard my threesome story, huh?
the
Yes.
whole world.
Really had to get you telling it.
Well, you say the whole world, and it's like, oh, 7 people. That's
Yeah,
fucking. Wait, Little Miss Kill. Oh,
That's
that's
Casey.
yeah, Joe, what the fuck? Feels bad, man. Oh my god, no longer a non. Griff, your parents are chill AF. I was a junior. Ah, I bet.
Griffy name dropping now.
This is your mother. You're grounded for oh, fucking prize.
Yeah, my buddy.
Wait, did he call me a couch fucker?
Sounds about alright, to be honest, though.
Oh
Yep.
shit.
Griff, go ahead and outro it.
Oh man, I gotta be the one to outro. I figured one of y'all wanted to.
I don't know.
I did the. I'll do the outro.
Boy.
I'll do the outro.
Yeah, let Joe do it.
All right, guys. This is
Eskimo
SadBoiz.
Brother Joe and
Eskimo Brother Joe. It's
Eskimo Brother
been
Dillon.
real. We will see y'all next week, I guess. But I don't know when we'll do the next one, but we'll fucking announce it and post it in everyone's Discord, I guess. So everybody sign off. GN.
All right.
GN, boys.
GN, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
GMFN.
For watching.